Hiya, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'll be discussing why Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar Games, why Take-Two's boss is a liar. Liar, pants on fire. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Now, I've twice discussed Rockstar Games. I have said why they are the laziest video games company in the industry. The last new video game that they released was Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018. Then I followed up on my Rockstar Games discussion by asking the question, why do people simp over Rockstar Games profits as if they financially benefit from their profits? Well, in this discussion, I am going after Rockstar Games parents, their little parent company, and I'm calling out Take-Two's boss. I cannot and will not pronounce his name, but he is the boss of Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar Games, and he is a liar, and I'll be explaining why he is a liar in just a few seconds. Just sharing my live stream around like a $2 whore, because Johnny is a pimp. Pimping up my live stream. Okay, why is Take-Two's boss a liar? I'll tell you why. Back in 2021, Take-Two's boss stated, and I quote, "We don't just port titles over." Take-Two's boss believes, again this is back in 2021, believes there is a reason why remasters from this company may perform better than the competition. Whoa! Oh god! Oh, that's hilarious. Take-Two's boss has spoken about remasters, saying what separates his company's games from the competition is the focus on quality and making sure the remaster feels like it's taking advantage of the new hardware instead of standing as a simple port. That's literally what Red Dead Redemption is on PlayStation 4 and Switch, a simple port. During a Morgan Stanley speaking event, Take-Two's boss said remasters have always been a part of Take-Two's strategy, and this is expected to continue. And he quotes, "I'm not sure they'll be a bigger part of the strategy. Remastering has always been a part of the strategy. What we've done differently than the competition is we don't just port titles over," he said via VGC. And again he goes on to quote, "We actually take the time to do the very best job we can, making the title different for the new release, for the new technology that we're launching it on." Again, Red Dead Redemption, which releases next week, August 17th on PS4 and Nintendo Switch. It's literally just a standard port of the PS3 and Xbox 360 version, which released 10 years ago. Oh my days. Oh my days. That is absolutely hilarious. So that's one example as to why Take-Two's boss is a liar. I could literally end the live stream right now and be validated. Oh my days. It's not even the fact that he says, "We don't just make ports." It's the fact that he literally goes on to say, like, we're better than the competition when it comes to remasters. And we put in the effort. Oh my days. You're a liar. Take-Two boss, you're a liar. Recently, as in I think yesterday, the same guy, Take-Two's boss, again Take-Two is the parent company of Rockstar Games, yesterday he says he thinks that Red Dead Redemption, which is releasing next week on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, which is a straightforward port, he believes it's commercially accurate. Sorry, he believes the price of Red Dead Redemption, which is going to be €50 / dollars, is commercially accurate. So yeah, Take-Two thinks it has a commercially accurate price for Red Dead Redemption port. By the way, it's £40 and €50 as euros and dollars. £40 for a 13-year-old game is all good for CEO of Take-Two Interactive. When rumours started swirling that Rockstar was working on some kind of return to Red Dead Redemption, many hoped and prayed that it would be a full remake coming to PC and current-gen platforms. Then earlier this week, the project was confirmed and revealed to be solely a port of the 13-year-old game, which is only coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Needless to say, fans have not been very impressed. You should see the dislikes to likes ratio on their social media. People are not happy with this and are even more disappointed. Do not buy Red Dead Redemption. Do not buy Red Dead Redemption. I repeat, do not buy Red Dead Redemption. It is not a remaster. It is not a remake. It has no visual enhancements. It has no gameplay enhancements. It doesn't even have multiplayer. You can, and I'm going to get to this in a second, you can get it, you can get the full game with Undead Nightmare with multiplayer much cheaper. I'll get to that in a second. Take-Two and Rockstar will be selling Red Dead Redemption, again a port, not even a remaster, on PS4 and Switch for £40, which is more than what you can often get Red Dead Redemption 2 for these days, as the game seems to be on sale every other week. Speaking out, selling the game at this price point, CEO of Take-Two Interactive stated on a recent earnings call that this is, and he quotes, what we believe is the commercially accurate means correct, by the way, in case you don't know, price for it, begging the question what Take-Two sees as commercially accurate price for an actual brand new game. Now, this article just speaks for itself, there's no more quotes, but the boss of Take-Two Interactive, parent company of Rockstar Games, believes that the price of Red Dead Redemption, a straightforward port of a PS3 and Xbox 360 game that's 10 years old, at €50 and dollars is commercially accurate. Well, he's a liar. And this is the whole point of this live stream. Hello Chad, how are you? Welcome as always to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing today? Welcome to another Rockstar Games discussion, but I'm focusing more on their parent company this time around, Take-Two Interactive. The boss of Take-Two Interactive is a liar. Liar, pants on fire, chatty boy, because back in 2021, Take-Two's boss said that, and I quote, "We don't just port titles over." Well, that's literally what Red Dead Redemption is on PS4 and Nintendo Switch. It is a straightforward port, not a remaster, not a remake. And yesterday, he says the price of Red Dead Redemption on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, €50 / dollars, is commercially accurate. Well, he's a liar, and I'm going to tell you right now why he's a liar. Because on Amazon UK and Amazon America as well, you can get Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition, which comes with the base Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare, multiplayer and all the DLC. You can get that game for £26.64. Again, this port that's coming to standard straightforward port, which Take-Two Interactive boss said back in 2021 that they don't do, will cost £40. So you can get it cheaper with multiplayer on PS3. If you get it on 360, you can pop it into your Xbox Series X and Xbox One, and it's fully backwards compatible. And it's literally the exact same game that Rockstar Games will be releasing next week on PS4 and Nintendo Switch straightforward port. He's a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Liar, 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 liar. What happened? So, did you hear what I just said, chatty boy? As you may know, Take-Two are the parent company of Rockstar Games. Back in 2021, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive said, and I quote, "We don't just port titles over." Take-Two's top executive has spoken out about remasters, saying what separates his company's games from the competition is a focus on quality and making sure the remaster feels like it's taking advantage of the new hardware instead of standing as a simple port. Well, last time I checked, PS4 is not new hardware. And last time I checked, Red Dead Redemption releasing next week is not a remaster, and it is a simple port, so he's a liar. Then he says, "I'm not sure they'll be a bigger part of the strategy. Remastering has always been a part of the strategy. What we've done differently than the competition is we don't just port titles over," he said. "We actually take the time to do the very best job we can, making the title different for the new release, for new technology that we're launching it on." So, bullshit. As we all know, Red Dead Redemption releasing next week is a port of 360 and PS3 game, 10-year-old game. It's a straightforward port, so he lied about that. And he's also saying the price of this game, which is €50/$50, is commercially accurate. Well, that's bullshit, because you can actually get Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition, which comes with Undead Nightmare, the multiplayer, and all the DLC for far less than the price that they're charging for this port coming out next week. You can get that for £26.64. That's the PS3 version of Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. He's a liar. I mean, I don't know what else I can say to add to that. He's a liar. He's an absolute liar. What a lying bastard is this boss of Take-Two Interactive. So yeah, I mean, I went after Rockstar Games parent company for a change in this live stream. I mean, because I acknowledged them to be the parent company of Rockstar Games. Obviously Rockstar Games are the publishers of Red Dead Redemption. You know, they have creative control over the game. Rockstar North are the developers, but there is this parent company, you know, and its boss is just a blatant liar. He's egging his face right now. Like, I mean, how can he come back from that? This guy has not got a clue what the fuck he is talking about. And this is the case for a lot of people in suits. You see, you know, you can put on a suit. You can put on a tie. You can walk around with a flashy briefcase. You can get in and out of your BMW car. But if you literally have 3 brain cells and your fucking dense skull, right? Then you ain't getting nowhere in life, buddy. You know, you can buy a BMW, you can buy a nice suit, you can buy a nice tie, you can buy a nice briefcase, but you can't buy fucking intelligence. You can't buy common sense. It ain't on sale, buddy! Sorry, it sounded like fucking Terrell Phillips there. But, it's not like... And Wacky Wacko, hello to you. As always, you're very welcome to Green Hill Gaming for another discussion on Red Dead Redemption. This time I'm going after Rockstar Games' parent company, Take-Two Interactive. In particular, its boss, he's a liar. That's stupid. $50 for a port compared to the $40 remaster of Metroid Prime. You can literally go onto Amazon right now and get the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition, which comes with Undead Nightmare and multiplayer. Multiplayer will not be included in next week's port of Red Dead Redemption coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Yet, by the way, you can get that for £26.64. I presume it's roughly kind of like slightly more in euros and dollars. But the point is, You can get that game much cheaper. That's a Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition on PS3 and Xbox 360 on Amazon, which comes with Undead Nightmare multiplayer for cheaper than the port that's releasing next week. That's going to cost €50 and €50 and $50, like £40 as well. Yet the boss of Take-Two Interactive feels that the price of that port coming out next week is commercially accurate. I mean, that's bullshit. I'm just proving why it's bullshit. He also said, this is the funniest part of all, Wacky, this is the funniest part of all. He also said back in 2021 that, and this is a quote from him now, boss of Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar Games, we don't just port titles over. That's literally what he's doing for Red Dead Redemption next week. Literally. He believes there was a reason why remasters from his company may perform better than the competition. Take-Two's top executive has spoken out about remasters, saying what separates his company's games from the competition is a focus on quality and making sure the remaster feels like it's taking advantage of the new hardware instead of standing as a simple port. Red Dead Redemption is literally a port of a 360 and Xbox 360 game, a 10-year-old game coming to PS4, which is not new hardware. He's a liar, like. He said that remasters have always been a part of Take-Two strategy and is expected to continue, and he quotes, I'm not sure there'll be a bigger part of the strategy. Remastering has always been a part of the strategy. What we've done differently than the competition is we don't just port titles over, he said. We actually take the time to do the very best job we can, making the title different for the new release, for the new technology that we're launching on. I mean, what a load of shit. What a load of shit. Because Red Dead Redemption, which releases on PS4 and Switch next week, is literally a direct, straightforward port of a 360 and PS3 game that launched 10 years ago. It's so funny! Oh my days, it's so funny. It is so funny. Hello Wacky, hello Chad. Yeah, I mean, however the fuck his name is pronounced, that's the guy. That's the guy, Damien. The boss of Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar Games. He's a fucking liar. He said back in 2021 that we don't just release straightforward ports. That's literally what Red Dead Redemption is, which releases next week on PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Then he says the price of it, which is €50 and $50 and £40, is commercially accurate. Again, what a load of shit, because you can get Red Dead Redemption on PS3 and 360 Game of the Year edition, which comes with multiplayer, which won't be included in the straightforward port coming out next week on Switch and PS4. You can get that on Amazon for like £26, £26 and probably like $30, something like that, €30, something like that as well. So it's not commercially accurate, the price. Yeah, because most of the remasters and ports nowadays are around $20 to $40, depending on improvements. With $50 to $60, that's just wrong. And, I mean, it's hilarious how much of a liar he is. We do it better than the competition. Nintendo released a HD port of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on Switch a couple of years back. Last time I checked, the Nintendo Wii was not HD, it was standard definition. Last time I checked, you could not play Skyward Sword with traditional controllers. So when Nintendo actually remastered The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on Switch, it was in HD for the first time and it had modern controls. That's what you call a remaster, that visually enhances the game and also enhances the game from the point of view of gameplay. Yet this absolute retarded liar says, we put in the effort with our remasters and we take advantage of new hardware. We don't just port titles over. Yet, Red Dead Redemption, which is coming to PS4, which last time I checked wasn't modern hardware, next week, will not be a remaster. It'll be a straightforward port of an Xbox 360 and PS3 title. What a fucking liar! Oh man, you couldn't make it up. Couldn't make it up. But I think I've said enough. What more can I say? I think everything I've said is accurate, unlike this asshole. So yeah, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar, boss of Take-Two Interactive. You're a fucking liar. You have egg on your face. Right? The ratio of dislikes is greater than likes on your shitty ass trailer for your shitty ass port. And I say it again, do not buy this game. Do not buy this game. Go onto Amazon and purchase the Xbox 360 or PS3 version. I would say actually Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition. It comes with multiplayer and Undead Nightmare. You can pop it into your Xbox One or Xbox Series X, backwards compatible, and boom, away you go. It looks great, it plays great. Why would you want to pay $50 or £40 on this absolute terrible, straightforward fucking port? It's not remastered, it's not remade, it has no visual enhancements, it has no gameplay enhancements. Do not buy it. Yeah, I am telling you what to do. Do not buy it. Do not support Cockstar Games with their bullshit. Do not buy this game. Do not allow that shitty ass company to make any more fucking money. Right? Do not support this bullshit. Because if you will kick your ass. I was never a big fan of... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his shitty ass name. But honestly, it's the way the industry is going. He's not the only one pulling these moves. The best thing to do is not to buy it. I ain't buying that piece of shit. But I'll tell you one thing. There is companies that do make actual remasters. As I mentioned, Nintendo actually remastered The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. The last time I checked, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Wii was not HD, because the Wii was not HD. It only had motion controls. So when Nintendo actually remastered The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on Switch, it was in HD for the first time, and it had modern controls for the first time. So some companies can actually remaster games, but unfortunately Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive cannot. They are a fucking shell of their former selves. That company is a fucking joke. And I can tell you one thing, I will not be buying it in a hurry. And if you look at fucking the internet and you look at the dislike ratio to the like ratio, I don't think very much people are going to be buying this absolute heap of shit of a straightforward port. But he's a liar. And that's all I'm going to say in closing. He's a liar. I proved why he's a liar. It's all there. It's all there. In fact, I'm literally going to send the links to them. This is the one about it being commercially accurate. Nintendo games didn't become HD. Yeah, exactly. The best. See, hello, welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Here's a link for you. So yeah, once again, when Nintendo actually remastered Skyward Sword on the Switch, they did an actual job remastering it. And here is another link. So yeah, I've proved why this absolute fucker is a liar. And again, you should not buy this game. Do not support this bullshit. I mean, why would you want to pay more money for a game that you can get for cheaper with more content? This shitty ass port, I remember they remastered Wind Waker. Again, Wind Waker, which was on the GameCube, which sure as fuck didn't have HD. There was HD wasn't a thing in that generation. When Nintendo remastered the Wind Waker, it was in HD for the very first time. That's an actual remaster. That's a game that looks visually enhanced. That's a remaster. That's how you do a remaster. You're this fucking liar. Boss of Take-Two Interactive says, we do it better than the competition. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption, releasing next week. Yeah. Wow. That's a great remaster. That's a great remake. No, it's a straightforward fucking port. It literally is just ported over from the PS3 and Xbox 360, which came out 10 years ago, which is literally what this fucker said that he wouldn't do back in 2021. Got the Macho Man, Randy Savage, size, Slim Jim. It's 3 times bigger the size. You like a big, Chad? You like a big? You like a big, Chad? You like a big? You like a big, Chad? And that one, I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Do not buy Red Dead Redemption when it comes out next week. Do not buy it when it comes out physically next month. Don't even waste your time playing on PlayStation Plus. Seriously, because it's not going to have multiplayer. And it's not going to be even remastered. Just buy Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360, Game of the Year Edition, which comes with Undead Nightmare, comes with multiplayer, and it's cheaper than a shitty ass port that's releasing next week. Thank you, goodbye, and good night.